was just gonna like work shit, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Yours is more
Shuffle your
compelling,
cards.
though.
Shuffle your cards. Talk
Right.
out loud what's on your mind.
Okay.
Because that in and of itself, and that's where here we come back to
Defining of a
fortune telling and therapy intersecting.
I was thinking, like, how I get so frustrated with clients that are like, I don't know, you tell me.
Yeah.
Like, you tell me what I need to work on. And I'm like,
I am not a psychic.
no, it happens all the time. And
you have
to talk for me to understand where the problem is.
And it's so hard for people to even know
Right,
what
like,
they're thinking.
But how do I know what to tell you is wrong if I don't know what's wrong?
Ooh. A new therapy tool is tell them to go out and buy a tarot deck. And while you're on, Zooming with them, you tell them shuffle your cards and start talking out loud a question.
I have a version of that with kids with a deck of cards. Like, okay, I'm going to pick a card and I have 52 questions that are tied to each card. Okay, if you can't think of anything you want to talk to me about, we'll just get to know each other and let's both answer these questions. And, like, maybe I need an adult version of that. Like, okay,
yeah,
I have a Rolodex of questions.
Fuck that. Fuck the adult version. What if you do your private practice and it's your private practice? You can do whatever you want with it. You can make it look however you want. And
I can go to people's houses and clean their shit, which is part of what I want to do too.
You can have them shuffle a tarot deck and just be like, I have found that the major arcana is archetypes that are built into everyone's life. Like they are
fool's journey.
So they are themes that happen in all of our lives at some given point. And I found that it really helps to have something physical in your hand while you and think of this. Let's do a psychic reading, but it's going to be therapy. Like that would be dope as fuck. That's the therapist that I fucking want. Like, because you have to.
I like that.
You gotta have an angle. Well, you don't have to have an angle, but it could definitely help.
You think.
Yeah.
And it narrows.
It starts a conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It narrows okay, imagine I was a psychic and I had a crystal ball. Like, if you had a magic 8 ball right now, like
what question do you want to have answered?
If you could know the answer to any question right now and you know it would be true, what would it be?
And the nice thing about the tarot cards is it opens up further discussion and diving into, like you flip over a card and you'd be like, this is what I think about this card. And they'll be like, no, that's not what I think. I actually think this. Right?
How do you interpret that? This is what the meaning is.
Right. Here's what I see.
We both try to, we hear it and then try to fit it in.
Right.
The Outlet Mall psychic, she's asking yes or no questions. Like, is there a man in your life that's been texting you a lot in the last 3 days? No.
Right. That's not helpful.
But it's like an on and off again thing with this person for 3 years, right?
When we fake being psychics, we definitely need to start with really open-ended, so love. Tell me about your love life. Let's look at the cards.
Maybe that bothers me because it's drilled into your fucking head from day one in social work school of don't ask yes or no questions. You want the open-ended. You want them to take your question wherever. That's why tell me more about that is I say it to fucking gas station attendants. I accidentally
$27.50. Tell me more about that.
I was in Wawa in Virginia, and I was buying a carton of cigarettes because they're real cheap at the Wawa in Virginia. And I'm paying, and the lady's like, "I like your tattoo," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "Yeah, I was thinking about getting a tattoo for my dad. He's in the hospital. He's dying right now, so I'm real distracted today because my son just died a year ago from an overdose, and I'm just real worried about my dad."
Know those people?
And I was like,
you're fucking like.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Tell me. I had to stop myself from I don't want to hear any more about this. I just want my goddamn cigarettes. Fuck you, dude.
Tell me about that.
And I'm watching the other people in the corner of my eye, the other people in line,
oh shit, this is about to take forever.
This is what I'm doing now. Fantastic. She didn't keep me though.
Right.
Bless
she
her
was
heart.
just like,
yeah.
All right, have a good day.
Yeah.
Said my piece. Enjoy that.
This is what I say to every customer.
This will stick with you forever.
Right.
You'll be talking about this for weeks to come.
Seriously, it's weeks later, and I've told everyone about it.
Yep.
I don't know you. Okay. I think I'm burnt out with social work, but being burnt out with social work would mean I need to make a serious career shift.
life shift.
Like going back to school, or like I would have to start from scratch anywhere I went, no matter what I did. So I kind of have to stick with social work. But from day one of my master's school, it was all child welfare. So that's really all I'm trained to do. That's where all my work experience is. It's where all the people I know are. But just touching that world again, even via a phone call, has like heightened my overall level of anxiety. I feel like it's a trauma response. And it is. It's vicarious trauma constantly. But I feel like the burnout might help me with boundaries of like, I genuinely don't give a shit what happens to you. Taking the screening job, working part-time, and then doing therapy part-time on the side. I like the idea of my own business because I want control over picking my clients. I don't want to sit and play PBS Kids with a 6-year-old whose mom needs me as a babysitter. I want more control over my schedule. I think maybe I wouldn't hate therapy as much then, but it is infinitely boring. It's very boring. I feel like I'm saying the same things over and over again to people. And whether it's to each client individually or to that client over and over again, it's extremely redundant. I'm not learning. I'm not growing. It feels very stagnant. So I don't like that. One of the things I really liked about child welfare was, trauma work is a big focus of the mental health community. It is always evolving. It's always growing. There's always something new to learn, a new approach, something. I like not leaving my house, but I need to start leaving my house. I need to be forced to go out. So I also want to move. My neighbors are also not great. I would like to move somewhere where I can have land and not shared walls. So that would mean I either double down fully on my own business or continue working purely telework, but not making any fucking money. Like just basically the status quo, just this at another house further away. But then I'm further away from you. If I get sick again, I'm further away from like my family and shit. And if I go to somewhere with land that I can afford, it's going to be really rural, but I don't socialize anyway, so that doesn't matter. But I don't know.
You give up something by leaving this area. That's what I found.
You do.
Yeah.
Convenience of having things around.
And just the diversity. Yep.
I want to be able to get a cheese empanada.
And not just diversity, not just cultural diversity, but economic diversity.
True. I don't, like, as much as I enjoy finding treasures at the Family Dollar in Bumpus, Virginia, I don't want that to be where I mostly shop. I don't know.
Yep.
Career-wise, I don't. Do I just go ahead and fucking double down and just go to real estate school or some shit? I could go back to the county, get great benefits, a 200% match on my 401k, an incredible amount of job security. But then I'm tied to Montgomery County because I'd have to go in once a week. So I can't really leave this area. I just blow up my entire life, sell the house, take the money, and like go to California. Go to Europe. I don't know.
Just fucking go wild.
Just go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Not married, don't have kids. Come and go as I please.
That would be an adventure.
The only main anchor I have is the dog. And she could technically come with me.
She could definitely go with you.
Wherever I wanted to go.
All right, keep shuffling.
That's not a question. That was just a list of complaints and possibilities in a rambling ADHD rant.
A list of possibilities.
Yeah, so do I just stick with this because it's what I know and I'm already old as shit and I should just like double down and resign?
Right.
Should I stick with the status quo, save up my money, go to private practice, but get licensed in like Virginia, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, wait till interest rates go down, which could be like 20 years. If that's what I'm waiting for, it could never happen.
Yep.
Am I going, like, crystal ball?
So what do you need to know about this situation? Let me see. Are you done shuffling?
I guess. What do I need to know? And is there any urgency for me? I really want to, it feels like a good time to, like, make a change or move. But is that true? Am I pushing it before I'm supposed to? All right, that is the 7 of Pentacles, and that generally means reaping the benefits of a lot of hard work. Like, you've worked really hard and you're starting to see benefits, and I think it means you're in the home stretch. You're about to be able to relax, but there's still a little bit of work to be done. If I'm right at all, I'm gonna fucking quit my job tomorrow and start doing psychic readings for $9 right next to her.
Definitely be a side hustle.
Would it? I can barely advertise for my own actual business. I'm getting aggressive with the wine. I should smoke a little weed.
All right, so man leans on his hoe, gazing down at his abundant crop. He has worked long and hard to nurture tiny seeds into a thriving garden and can now take a break and enjoy the fruits of his labor. Note the expression in his face. He looks fatigued,
Does he?
even a little over it, from having worked so hard for his successful harvest. Success comes from hard work and patience, but this card reminds you to take care not to overdo it and exhaust yourself.
I'm definitely not doing that at all. I mean, I am. It's true. Like, social work stabilized me work-wise. It has been the only thing I've been able to maintain, the only thing I've ever been good at.
And it's a calling.
Is it? Am I that good? I'm not. Calling feels strong.
A calling is you've been called to do it.
Exactly.
For a long time.
Have I?
I think so. I mean, you talked about it from Sneakers. Side note, Sneakers is the at-risk girls group run by a social worker that we were in middle school.
Yeah.
So,
I feel over it now, though. I do feel over it. And I'm single. I own a house. I have more than enough food. Like, I have everything I need. I shouldn't buy cake pans and wallflowers, but I could if I wanted credit card debt.
All right.
Next one?
To that end, Seven of Pentacles shows you understand the value of putting in time and energy now for long-term rewards and have a strong desire to invest in sustainable results. You are not looking for quick wins. You also want to make sure you are putting your attention on the right areas instead of wasting time and effort on tasks that will not deliver any value.
Do I focus on this therapy thing, or like, should I go to trainings? Should I keep investing in my business? Should I keep focusing on marketing? And I don't know.
Right.
Is it a waste of time or not?
Let's listen to the cards.
Okay.
See it as an invitation to step back from the day-to-day operations and look at the bigger picture. Celebrate what you have created and assess your progress so far. Are you on track? Are you focused on the right task for your goal? If you are planning for the future, the Seven of Pentacles encourages you to take a long-term view and assess where you can best invest your time and energy for maximum output.
That is what my question is. That's literally that's what I want to know.
You don't want to keep putting your heart and soul into something if you won't reap the rewards for your work.
Yes, dude.
And you have undoubtedly seen that some areas in your life are just energy sappers.
Yep. Therapy.
If you have been working hard or putting the extra effort into something challenging and important for the last few months, the endeavor or project is near its culmination. Rest assured, your hard work will pay off. You are likely to see financial or other tangible rewards for all your hard work. Sometimes Seven of Pentacles can indicate frustration with slow results. You have been laboring away at something important, and you feel concerned that your efforts will go unrewarded. Be patient and appreciate the progress you have made so far.
Okay, I'll take that.
So, and
I've been doing therapy for 7 months and I don't feel any better at it. I don't feel any happier with it. But I am building my business really, really slowly.
And you're also out of years worth of a place that I think that it wasn't good for you.
No, not at all.
And it was years of your life that you devoted to work that it was good. You learned from it. It was, it was a teacher like no other job could teach you.
Right. And it makes it so basic, it's kind of this bus pass almost in social work of I did child welfare. There's nothing you can throw at me. I know a little bit about almost everything, more than you do probably. And there's no difficulty that you can't. It's the hardest thing. So it feels like you cut your teeth. So it opens up all these doors, which is good. And I was there for a long time.
And you're out of it now, and you're trying to navigate this new area
Yeah.
completely on your own, and you are learning and teaching yourself how to do just one-on-one talk therapy with people who aren't in the system and aren't being forced to accept it. So
very
it's
low needs.
It's vastly different from what you were doing. You have not been doing it for that long, and you are learning, and you have taken this, you have done it on your own. You started your own business.
Yeah.
You have come so far. And
It doesn't feel that way.
but think about when you were in child welfare.
Yeah,
Like the anxiety that you felt from talking to your bosses.
Oh my God. And the other night I woke up with like that ping in your stomach of anxiety, like, shit, I forgot to do something. And it occurred to me right after it happened that hadn't happened to me in years, and it used to happen at least once a night, every night for like 6 years. So I am better. And I don't yell as much, I don't think.
No, I think I look at this card and I see you were doing government work and you were miserable in it, and it wasn't child welfare. And you were doing that and doing the BetterHelp stuff at the same time, and it was overwhelming and it was exhausting. And you have, I feel like these last 7 months have been the calmest,
Yes.
most level
Yeah.
that you have been,
Yeah.
and the
maybe
most
that's
level
what
that your
I'm
work
for.
has been. So I think you can look back at that and appreciate that.
Yeah. It
And-
definitely helped me rest and reset. Yeah, okay, I get Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. All right. Next card.
I
Let's
didn't know
see.
if I actually have been common. What is it?
It's how many is this? 1, 2,
6?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, this is like an apprenticeship one, like I'm learning.
8 of Pentacles. So there's 8 Pentacle stars, and he's sitting on his workbench, carving away.
Carving one of the pentacles. Oh, is this candle dead?
Too bad we were just at a candle store.
Too bad someone made me feel silly for wanting to spend several $100s on candles.
That's the problem. Like, you buy 2 things
It's a
in that
$30
store.
fucking candle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Buy 2, get 1 free. Yeah, why don't you just half the price of them?
All right.
You're learning a new skill, you're working really hard towards something. Yeah, I think it's just like an apprenticeship learning thing.
You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
New job, self-employment, building a business, trade,
Shut up.
reputation, quality, master, expertise, hard work.
Fuck.
This is the same website as the Queen of
Right,
Swords.
I was gonna say. In a general context.
Here's
an
very
elderly white
specific.
woman
Yeah.
wearing a red dress is going to come to your house on October 7th at 4:30
Generally
p.m.
speaking, if you draw this card, you can expect.
Right.
The 8 of Pentacles tarot card indicates a time of hard work, commitment, diligence, and dedication. The effort you put in will not be in vain, as your hard work will pay off and leads to results. It indicates that you are methodically working towards something you want. It
Not.
means it may seem boring,
Yep.
mundane, or even relentless at
my
the
God.
moment,
Oh my God.
but you are on the brink
Oh my
of
God.
achieving great success, so don't give up. The skills you are learning at the moment will stand to you later in life, and you will come away from this experience not only with the inner wisdom you've gained, but a sense of pride and self-confidence from achieving your ambitions. I mean, if this isn't a 3-card reading, I don't know what is.
I guess not.
You got the past, looking back,
Yeah.
like I see this and it's like there was everything before that, and then this is what you've been doing in the recent. It's better than what it was.
It is. It is better than what it was. That's true. That's
And
true.
and especially now when you are being faced with the idea of getting back into CPS type work,
And that's
government work.
fear, but like, what if I get sick again? What am I gonna do?
and
And that's the thing too, is like, if I start this business, as far as time off, like if I get sick and can't work, that's on me and my savings. It's like, I need a giant windfall of money is what I need. I need like $10,000 to $20,000.
Yes.
now.
But you also did just have a pretty rough time where you couldn't work, you weren't getting paid. And
right. They're still
I'm
barely working.
You did survive it, right? You did make it through.
Exactly. That's true. I don't have like foreclosure notice. I was able to make sure all my bills were paid.
And
I decimated my savings.
But that's what the savings was there for.
Exactly, yeah.
And you can see, and that's a valuable lesson there.
It felt like a humbling moment.
Right?
Of like, this is why you save money, old lady. Like, come on.
Like,
I should have been able to sustain that better than it shouldn't have been as big a hit, I think, for myself.
And you are definitely learning a ton doing this work. I mean, you're just learning a lot. And
Not
it doesn't
really.
feel like it because...
Okay.
But think about other people's work. Think about my work. Like, I don't have to sit there and talk to people.
Right.
Like, if you are called to do social work, this is a really good teacher. You have both ends of the spectrum. You are learning how to communicate with people in a way that they feel like they're getting value out of it.
They do. It's weird. They're like, you help me so much. I'm like, I literally haven't said shit to you.
And you can take that learning and turn it into something in a private practice, or keep doing, like, whatever it is.
Right.
You've learned a ton. This is a brand new job that you're doing, that you just threw yourself into it. And this is completely different than what you were doing at CPS. Because what you were doing at CPS is just
telling people
trauma
to go to
response.
therapy. Yeah.
Going in.
Crisis
situation. Yeah. You go in, you try and manage it. This is an entirely different side of the coin. And still interesting, I think, to you. And
sometimes, yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, not necessarily the people you're talking to, but the
also,
shit that you're learning and trying to give out to these people, learning how to be a better person and learning how to deal with your shit and navigate the day to day.
What people don't know, what people don't think about. It's crazy, just like.
And I think this stuff is wildly interesting. From an outsider's perspective, I think it's so interesting to see people's responses to things.
Yeah.
It is to get into it and then find out there are words for it and names
and like,
for it.
That's how you see
like,
this? That's the most interesting part. How vastly different.
And then to teach yourself, you go out and you learn about what that is and how to help someone to get out of that.
But I want to see what the future... Well, so I've been looking at it like... There has to be a happy medium of social work between, like, I was sexually abused and somebody shot me, I have no money, nothing good's ever happened to me, and all of these, like, systems are failing me, and everything is horrible, and also I'm schizophrenic, and my husband beats me, and I'm on heroin, and I'm getting evicted tomorrow. What are you going to do about it? There has to... And then on the other side of, like, everything's just really great. Like, sometimes I get annoyed at my husband. Is that normal? Yes. Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if there is an in-between, right?
I feel like I'm in between. I feel like you're in between.
Maybe the fun is taking it and kind of doing it in a way that's a little different and a little more entertaining.
I like the terraform
for everyone.
idea.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
really
taking
do.
it and putting your interests into
terrible.
it. You could have fun. Like, you could...
Right, view it from a different way.
And
if I don't have to be anxious about this situation. Maybe I can...
And if you put your own personal spin on it, you could attract the people that you want to help.
Like the one client who's super into this. Like, she went to the past life regression, and I really want to do it now. You told me about your experience. I want to do the past life regression
so much. There's something about... We've been talking about the spiritual psychics as therapy. I really do think there is something about hearing that kind of message from something higher than the people around you. Well, there's divine intervention happening, right? Something higher than just some random person. Like, you need to hear it from your from your spirit guides.
That's true.
From a realm beyond what's happening right now.
And that's what we're seeking with all this
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Like,
I need you to confirm what I already either deeply know.
And maybe that's the trick to your work feeling fulfilling, is finding people who understand that there is something higher than what's happening right now in front of us. Because when I can connect to that shit, that's when my life feels like, no matter what's happening in my life, it feels like everything's okay, and that there is a point.
Comforting to know that there's a direction.
Well, yeah, and that there's a point, and that there's more. There's more than what it is right in front of us. There's more than just the house. There's more than just the money.
To think if it's, this is just it.
There's more than just this, and then you fucking die.
That's why I think I like this client that like goes get past regression life and is talking about numerology and the signs she saw and like what insights she gained from her meditation that week, and she's awesome. That's accessible to me, but that's something I want to think more about. I want to reflect on that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
All right, how am I gonna? I need to get back on the dating apps.
Okay, but you were just really sick.
It was terrible.
You guys,
it was life changing.
It was a very long illness. It was. Can we tell them so that they don't? So that they don't panic.
No, I don't want, because as soon as you say what AIDS. It is, right, and it hit all at once for just a month, and now I'm better because we have cures for it now. Right? You know what we don't do for what I was sick with? Doctor just goes, yeah, you have to just live through it. And then when I told my psychiatrist, he goes, oh, so you've been tired? You did it too. You were like, oh, so you're a little achy and sleepy?
Yeah, right.
Because that's what we know about
fever,
the kissing disease. No, now I'm going to go on a whole fucking thing. I got mono at 36 years old, and it hit me like a motherfucking ton of bricks. I had 102 fever consecutively 24 hours a day for 4.5 weeks, which meant body aches, fever, like sweating, and then going cold, and then sweating. But the sharp muscle pains, constantly, out of breath, constantly, vomiting, constantly. Then my spleen and my liver, which are both organs underneath your rib cage, the inflammation caused them to protrude out of me. And I kept thinking about this old work training thing down in Atlanta at one point. And there were other people in the training, and one was a middle-aged lady who kept saying to me constantly, I used to be pretty like you. I used to look like you. She was a big, like one of these candy apples, like Tasmanian devil built, like everything bigger, big old stomach, like middle-aged. I used to look like you. And then I got sick and something happened and her body, like I looked like her. I looked deformed and like a distended belly. She was like, and this is just what I look like now. And I was like, this is permanent. This is what I'm going to look like. I'm in excruciating pain. I'm also cleaning up vomit and then vomiting while I'm doing it because it's my own vomit and I live alone and no one's helping me. And then I sat in the vomit clothes catching my breath for like 20 to 30 minutes before I could walk upstairs to take a shower. That's mono at 36. I wasn't sleepy. I couldn't sleep at all because of the fever. My sleep's still fucked up. I stay up all night. I don't fall asleep till like 6 in the morning, and then I sleep till 10, and then I'm just exhausted.
That's a life-changing experience.
It just went on forever. It feels like I lost it. I mean, we're at week 7 or 8 now, and the achiness still comes back. I feel good today. Maybe it's the wine. Maybe I should start drinking all day. No, the weed has absolutely helped. I still have the handwritten fucking like log I was taking of like took this many milligrams of Aleve, this many milligrams of Tylenol at this time, like these are my symptoms, and kept it right with the letter that was like, hi EMTs, like please contact these people to take care of me. I was like,
nuts.
There's a real possibility I die from this.
That's crazy.
And mostly just because I'm alone. If somebody was with me, I'd be able to communicate, okay, it's time for me to go to the hospital, like my fluids or something.
You would feel okay.
Right.
Also, you would feel like not okay, but you wouldn't feel that heightened sense of doom.
Yes, the impending doom. I Googled at one point, will paramedics knock your door down to get in? Or does somebody have to let them in? Because I'm thinking, if I have the capacity to call 911, what if I pass out in the meantime and they get here? Is it going to be like the cops? And they're going to be like, well, they didn't answer, can't get in. And I just die. And then Penny eats me and she gets in trouble for doing that.
Shit happens all the time.
And then I'm sure my mother would come, but it would be after like 3 days.
Well, 3 days, she might not eat you then. feel like those stories are like...
She does have kibble out.
I feel like it would take a series... Well, I don't know because she's an animal. But I would like to think.
It would take longer, right?
I would like to... What is it? Anthropomorphize?
I never get that right.
I would like to do whatever that is onto Penny.
Yes.
And say that it would take her a solid 5 to 7 business days before she would be like, I have no other options. I have to eat Kim.
Like, there's treats everywhere. I have to eat Kim. Why does she call me Kim?
I'm out of options.
I'm her stepdad? Why am I Kim constantly? Mommy's going to give you a bone.
Okay, Kim.
Yo. Don't call me by my first name.
Take it down a notch, Kim.
Petty.
We're not on
Get it together.
a mom basis.
Yeah, you are not my mom. I'm not.
You're not her mom. Everyone knows it.
She's absolutely going to eat me in 3 days.
You can't fake it.
You'd eat your stepmom in 3 days. Fuck your stepmom. Yo. Penny. Well, I'm not trying to get mono. Like, now I feel like... And I was talking to a really nice guy, like, right when I...
Yeah?
Yeah, we were, like, planning, like, dates, and I just, like, kept getting sicker, and I was like, I can't, and I really shouldn't go out. Like, also... Did I send you the pictures?
No, I don't think so.
Yo, I accidentally hit my head on the corner of the door down there, right where this giant vein in my forehead hits, so it swelled up. Yo. Fucking
like while you had mono.
Yes. Yo, the picture is bananas. I sent it to my mom. I was crying. I was like, oh my god,
This is
look at this picture. Look how greasy my hair is. Look.
Holy shit.
Look how red my eyes are from crying.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
And it was literally like from hitting my head down there to walking up here.
It had to do with you being sick and like.
Look, I was all excited it healed.
It does look.
But it stayed that swollen for at least a week.
That's insane.
And probably because my body was busy doing other shit to heal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's because you were sick. Like
but it hit this vein, and the vein hasn't really popped out like it used to anymore.
Well, there you go.
Right.
It's like my speakers have started making this rattling noise, and I keep hitting them, hoping that that'll stop the rattling. It's the same thing.
Aw, see, you can see all the gray hairs, and like I've been crying. My hair is so greasy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So
yeah.
you were talking to a nice guy. You got mono.
And it just fell off because it was weeks and
Have
weeks
you tried?
and weeks. No.
You should.
He was really nice though, and I made a 30 Rock reference, like a really kind of obscure one, and he got it like right away.
Yeah, you
I was
should.
like, yeah, 30 Rock.
Just send
I feel
it
like
out, man.
Yeah, maybe
Just
I'll
who the
text
fuck
him.
cares?
I don't even remember.
None of the rules actually.
There are no rules.
They don't exist. They're all in our goddamn head.
It is true. Like, who wrote that down? And to take a page from Van Wilder when movies were good, no one consulted me when the rules were written.
Van Wilder.
And he's talking about fucking underage girls, so like it's not a great reference. Last time we texted was July 17th. So almost a month ago.
Almost a month.
And it had been like, we had fallen off for like a week at that point.
That's fine. Fuck it.
Yeah, sorry you're still feeling bad. That was July 11th. And he kept checking on me. But aren't you highly contagious with it? Yeah.
But now it's been a month. And so you're not anymore.
No, I'm technically still contagious for, I think, 6 months after
But not
the incubation.
highly contagious.
Well, it's transmitted through saliva. So if we drink off the same thing or we make out,
Yeah.
even like,
That's
even if you come over,
good...
I could suck your dick and not give you mono.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. But
lead with that.
It's saliva to saliva. Lead with that. She said. Okay. He said hi right away.
Aw, there you go.
He's probably gonna be like, I'm getting married.
It's too late.
No, that happens to me a lot. I'll see random guys like on dating apps that I've seen before because we're all the same. We're all just highly, highly commitment phobic and won't do anything.
You mean like everyone on the dating apps? Like everyone's the same? Isn't 90%. That so cool? Like
I run into the same people over and over again. But I'll talk to some of them and they'll be like, hey, I haven't seen you in so long. Like, yeah, I just got divorced. And I'm like,
so
what?
Funny.
You have gotten married and divorced since we talked last? Yes. And it's happened like...
these apps existed.
I wouldn't say all the time. I can think of 2 examples.
That's pretty awesome.
But still, I have 2.
Right.
You've been married and divorced since I saw you last. Let me get a future card. Well, yeah.
Well, text your dude back. Then I'm going to turn over your 3rd card.
How are you?
Hey,
I
don't have mono anymore.
None of my organs are inflamed. I also took my temperature the other day. The Emperor is... That
seems like a good card.
That's hard for me because it's the Priestess, I think. The Priest and Priestess and the Emperor and the Empress.
Focus on the lady cards.
No. I can't ever remember the difference between them. They're so close together and they're so early on. I don't remember. But I know that some externally focused stuff is any male character. All the female stuff is inwardly focused. Yeah, which is interesting to me. Yeah.
That tracks.
Mm-hmm. On brand.
Alright, the fucking Emperor. Let's see.
Has no clothes. I don't know.
Word association. Hand, he carries a scepter.
Oh, yes.
Representing his reign and his right to rule.
And it looks like a male symbol, doesn't it? Look at it. You know, the male, like Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So aggressively masculine. He looks pissed off and concentrated.
And in the other, an orb. A symbol of the kingdom that he watches over.
Oh.
Longbeard of the Emperor represents his vast experience.
Okay. He looks like he's wearing a suit of armor and one knee is exposed. Does it explain that? Just messy dressing?
Complete order for the benefit of his people.
That's my future? Complete order?
For the benefit of your people.
That doesn't feel accurate. There's nothing about my life that is complete order.
Behind him, the barren mountains show his determination, his ambition for greater heights, and his leadership capability. I don't know if it's the way that masculinity is depicted in archetypal stories or narratives that makes me be like...
That's dumb. I don't like it.
Yeah, like, you're dumb. Or if it's just if it's something else. But
we both have a bias against the male,
right? And it sucks.
Well, that's why I feel like I really should not be doing couples therapy. I automatically default always to the woman. Even if what they're saying is legit, it takes me effort to acknowledge that it's okay. Yeah, but still, fuck that. There's a lady here, and this is what she is perceiving. And even though she's crazy, and you're actually right, really just do what she says. I don't know. You know we're recording this.
Yeah. Like 2.5 hours. Is that... What do you think? Or has it been 3 hours?
You want to guess?
I'm going to go...
Oh. Yep.
3 hours.
Almost.
2 episodes right here.
We've only got... On part 2. Kim feeds the dog.
Coming soon.
She cleans out her pantry.
All right.
There's some reading on the internet about cards.
It's a chance.
What is the Emperor? Like, I don't understand.
I'm trying.
I don't know. It just feels like a dumb shit placeholder that doesn't really mean anything.
No, I think that it's just because we're biased. Because we didn't feel this way about any of the cards until we...
But because those other cards had meanings. This is just a man.
I don't think it's just a man. Let me get into it. No, I think that's the bias. You're just a dumb man.
I thought you already got into it and it was just a man.
I think that I stopped...
Like the mountains, he's committed to whatever he's doing, even though we don't know what it is. Long beard represents experience. Yeah, we already went into this. He has a staff. That's pretty clear.
All right, so there's value in this. The Emperor.
Okay.
To reign is also to serve. Thus he acts rationally and according to what is for the greater good of the kingdom. There's a chance to grow in terms of goals that you have set for yourself. It presents a successful future as long as you pursue your goals similar to the fashion that the Emperor does, methodically and strategically.
Ugh. All right. I get that. No, I have the entire, this is how I go about marketing and then setting up everything I need to, and then this is the paperwork I need, and this is the legal thing I need to do to the accountant, and I have it like in order. It is methodical.
So here you go. It could be a position at work or in any kind of organization or institution that desperately needs order and a clear, decisive mind.
Me.
You may
That's
be
what I need.
called to act in the place of the emperor, using his wisdom to bring clarity to a project.
Nope.
But in this instance...
No one's ever calling Kim Rowan for order, organization,
But this is
clarity.
your kingdom, right? Your
What
life
is
your kingdom, and you reign over it.
So I'm being called to get it together.
You have to take the place of, you have to take the position of the emperor. And with a clear mind and not just driven by emotion, right? I guess, but I don't know what that looks like. The emperor calls on you to be disciplined, efficient, and persistent when it comes to getting what you want out of your job or job search.
I know.
If your office or your work process is a bit chaotic or frustrating right now, it may be helpful for you to step up and introduce new methodologies or structures that can help you and your teammates collaborate more efficiently. So for your situation, what I hear that as is, and then when it comes to, finances, meaning upright emperor, who knows, maybe this is what he's talking about.
All right.
When it comes to your finances, the emperor signals the need to be controlled, disciplined, and responsible with your money.
Maybe track my spending.
Make sure that you have a clear understanding of where your money is going. Put together a budget. Make sure you stick to it.
Okay.
Check every month or so.
Fine. Fine, universe. I fucking know. Fine. I'll do it. Jesus fucking Christ. Back off me.
Oh, I love it.
God damn it. I know that's what I have to do, is just get my fucking financial house in order. Then I can actually make an informed decision about how to go forward. I'm trying to make it all existential. All I need to do is watch my goddamn money. Stupid money. If I just got like a huge windfall all at once, I would get my shit together. We should have more silly adventures.
And we're learning for you. You
Me?
Woo.ish people.
Oh, what about me?
No, we're learning for you, our viewers.
So you don't have to spend $20 at a
outlet
mall
mall.
psychic. We waste the money for you. You're welcome.
We're here to tell you it's not worth
And we're
it.
accepting donations.
Yep, our Patreon.
Right. We listen to more podcasts than we make. Like and subscribe. And find our Patreon.
We love you
If you
all.
don't want to listen to all these commercials from all our sponsors. So many people.
3 hours.
Do you want to listen to 3 hours?
All right. We're signing off.
Of two people constantly reference stories and people and things that
Captain's log.
That should be the name of our podcast at this point.
All right, I'm pausing it. I'm
All right.
stopping it.
Bye.